Okay, now here's an interview you gotta. Okay, now here's the interview you gotta see. And this young woman, I mean, it's sort of like a dream come true from the 50s. But she's not that old. But, but the 1950s. I mean, she grew up in a small town in the Midwest, went to school out there and everything. Wanted to go to New York because she was a graphic designer. She got there, and worked her way and worked hard up to the graphic design company and everything. And then it was just boring as hell. She hated it. You get your lifelong dream or whatever it is. And then, oh, that's so good after all. Because that's we're living on what people put on our heads and things like that, and not what's in our heart. So she didn't know what to do. And so she was playing around, and finally she said, well, then she's trying to start freelancing. She went on the internet as a graphic designer, and tried to find customers or whatever, all with no money, just part-time, while she had her other job, start working. And then she was trying to find a niche because she was working for a lot of new businesses that were in the food-related business, and she loved food because she would cook all weekends anyway. She was doing. So then she used her graphic design talent to make little graphic things for the food industry, like towels for the kitchen with beautiful little cartoons on them of how to bake muffins or something. All this kind of stuff that came from her heart. And they start selling on the free storefronts she puts up on the website. I mean, that's amazing. So now she's in the 21st century and not in 1950s. And that's what happens. I think most of us in this country are still living about, how work should be in 1950. We all went and worked for big corporations and things like that and sucked it up and because this is what everybody did, and put up with all the nonsense of commuting and big bureaucracies and not treated well and all that kind of stuff, and not even people using your talent. This is the problem to me, is that we're going to these big organizations and they're not getting the best of us. You're leaving the best on the floor and not even using it. So now you have an opportunity to take what's the best of you, and you don't have to give up that life and by tomorrow morning and venture out there. No, you do it part-time. And actually the data that I've shown and mentioned other things that shows that people who start part-time and keep their day job as they're doing something on the side, are more successful than those who just jump in 100%. And I was those kind of guys. I thought you had to jump in 100%. But now, because I know you can't, it's not wise to jump in 100% because you don't know how things will work out. And you have to figure it out, and that takes time. Everything takes time, and we're so impatient in this society. We want things to happen by next Thursday. In the stories we engulf, see this guy went in his garage, and next week he became a millionaire, and stuff doesn't happen like that. I mean, it happens once in a while, and they're the people I would put in my infomercials. But it normally doesn't happen that way. You have to work hard at it and figure it out. But it doesn't take special expertise, training, or whatever. Now, she figured out all this. She went to business school or whatever, and figured out how to sell on the internet. She was just an artist, trying to do it. And now she has this business, and it's so flexible. She was able to move. She got married, and her husband, I guess it is now, got a job in Washington. She just moved her whole business, which is just right here, and moved it to Washington to be with her husband and family or whatever. And that's why this new career opportunities create so many more opportunities for your lifestyle. I mean, see, these small businesses, okay, you're not going to make $5 million, but make a couple $100,000. That's a nice living. How much do you really need? It's stupid. How much crap do you need? You want, and particularly to have a chance at giving as much as you can. And that's why in large organizations it's hard. They're not using all of you at all. So here in a small organization that you do yourself, and see all the bullshit of running a business, so much of that is done by these platforms that just take your idea and they show you how to do the website, all this kind of stuff. And there's nothing much for you except do the product and figure out about more people knowing about your product. So the accounting, the legal, all this kind of stuff, that's really, push the button kind of stuff nowadays. And that's what used to scare off a lot of people. And actually, I'll even show you if there's more complicated things, there's free help. Man, you could go to, the government gives grants to people in every city in the world to help small businesses like that to get over any kind of problem. Legal, marketing, finance, or anything. That's what they're there for. So watch her. See how she did it. And she's living not the 1950s dream, but the 21st century dream and giving more of herself. Jody Kostelnik, and the important word is theneighborgoods.com. And you're a young woman just got out of college, I guess 11 years ago. Yeah, well, when you're 72, 11 years is like nothing, And went to New York, started a whole new career working for these big, boring companies, and hated it, huh?
Well, I learned.
Yeah. No, there's always something to come from bad stuff. That's right. That's the only way you learn, by doing something bad, right? So you did that bad stuff and you learn how to start your own business and make your own money and everything. Just almost, yeah. And now, so you're freelance creative artist. I mean, your stuff looks terrific, but more importantly, you learned silk screen. That's right. I want to learn how to put question marks on my clothes.
Well, it can be tricky in a suit, but we can try to work it out.
But now you have this industry that really is, you concentrate on food related stuff, don't you? And you wonderful. Besides being a designer for other people, you have these great products people use as gifts for themselves that you can't see anywhere else, right? Do you have that one about that? You have recipes on T-shirts. Where's that? Ah, so it tells you step by step how to make cupcakes right there on the T-shirt. Huh? Oh, that's terrific. And then also you have a little baby item there too.
Yeah. I got a Who Cut the Cheese one.
Oh.
And I have a pizza onesie.
Ah, wonderful.
And we also have a pickle one. It says I'm kind of a big girl.
A pickle. Is that
but I don't have any. I'm sold out, but they're getting some. Here's the dish towel.
The pickle dish towel. Oh, that's terrific. So these are just incredible, wonderful items to have as gifts. If I don't know anything, because now it seems like, we not going to Walmart. We're million, mass merchandising. We're coming to creative people like you that give us special stuff that we can't get anywhere else, isn't it? Yeah. So how hard is it to do this stuff? I mean, you're working your butt off. I know that, but somebody thinking about doing something like this because they have ideas. I mean, what's the good and bad of this stuff?
Well, good question. I do tell people, I mean, the good part is it's your own business, I guess, and you make the rules and can go at it as slow as you want to grow, or make it grow however you want it to grow and do what you want to do. Say, like I was just doing the dish towels and I wanted to try the onesies, so I did. And then I did prints and totes and they didn't work out, so I'm not going to do those anymore. But it is hard work. I mean, and a lot of it is, from my perspective and from talking to other makers, I'm kind of winging it. Uh-huh. So, I think everybody is, but it's hard to but you start to get the hang of it and okay, so, and I learn a lot from other makers, other designers, and that's really great. And DC has a really great community here of, just people sharing information. So, and in New York too, had that as well. But yeah, so just knowing what to do next. The hard part is needing more time to do everything.
So you need a day stretcher.
Yeah, I need one of those.
But it's fun to be king, isn't it? Or queen, or whatever, yeah.
Sometimes. Some days I wish there was somebody else to make all the decisions. But at the end of the day, it is nice. So.
Yeah. Well, it's wonderful. And it seems to me that I really appreciate it. That was it. I mean, I work for normal people, and I just didn't, there was always something wrong. It was a little bit more like jail to me. And now I could grow, and as you say, I think I'll do this. And the enthusiasm will make things happen.
Yeah, and like I said, I was telling you before, and so my design business and this other business, I'm foodie focused,
Uh-huh.
and it's awesome that I like that was my passion, and I love to bake. I love going to the farmers markets. I love going to the grocery store, not all the time, but just like getting inspired there by all the like
Yeah.
fresh food, and so it's awesome that this is my business, and I made the switch to like that is my focus. So it's very cool.
So in other words, you were in the food. You were a designer. You mentioned earlier, and that you spent your spare time around food, and you said, "Hey, why don't they make that my main time?" Huh?
Yeah, it took me a while to figure that out, but finally I connected the two. So
That's wonderful. And you were able to move your business because now I guess your friend or husband, I forget what the relationship.
husband, yeah.
Husband, okay. He had a job in D.C., so he just packed up and moved the whole business because it's all online. Doesn't matter where you are, huh?
Exactly. Yeah. So I did in moving. I used to print in New York, where in SVA, and but my business was growing at the time, and so it was a good time to make the transition to. I no longer print everything myself. I get some help when
You're outsourced.
Outsourcing, but I still use small companies. Everything's still hand printed. I still like to get that like homemade quality. But so that made it the transition from New York to DC a little easier and just like the right time for my business to just make it work. And I work from home. And actually here I get a lot bigger of an office.
I see, right. Yeah, it's a lot cheaper rent here than in DC than in Brooklyn, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
But it sounds like you're also like you're keeping your day job in a way of your freelance artwork that you do, or design work.
That's definitely my main job, and I say the neighbor goods is my side hustle. Right. They combine, they do overlap a lot because a lot of my design clients are small startups or smaller company that are growing, and it's great that I'm running this other business that I can like really relate to what they're going through. So I do the markets also. I have a booth. I know what goes into what they need. I'm trying to get wholesale accounts. I know that's what they need to do. So it helps. It really helps me with my design business, but that's making the money.
Yeah, I understand.
at the moment.
But I think the more I study this a lot. I used to think that it was the thing you had to do as an entrepreneur is jump in full time, but you don't know what works. So that's really a dumb move. You have to have something on the side to keep your soul together while you fumble on the new stuff, right?
Yeah, and I love both of them. Right. So I wouldn't want to give one up. Like some days I think, I should just give this, because some days they're harder than others. Exactly. I'm busy, but at the end of the day, I still love them both, and I think they help me grow as a designer and as an artist. My artwork is getting better because I can do these things on my own, so it's great.
Well, you like having a man on the side kind of thing, or a business on the side.
Yeah. I guess I'm busy enough, but I can't keep still, I guess.
But actually, to find you, so it's the neighborgoods.com. Neighbor goods like neighborhoods, but it's not hoods, it's goods, because you got good goods for people. And cute, clever designs. You're really a beautiful artist and you don't have to get the same damn dishcloths that everybody else has. You get something with wonderful love in them that people could share with, and T-shirts and other products, and it's just a delight to see your work and that you're able to share it with the rest of us. And otherwise, you'd be in some big, design factory doing something else for some big Fortune 500 company, For
Yeah, and like hopefully someday I can grow a little and hire some people so that I could start giving some other people a chance and having them learn. So that's my next move. Hoping to try to grow.
Well, nice to have you on the net and doing this stuff for all of us, and nice to have you in DC.
Well, thanks so much. Thanks. Dish towel.
Wonderful.
I have to send you a dish towel, even though you don't.
Wonderful. Yes. Okay, I'll see you at Tris someday.
Okay, thanks. Yeah.